Oh wow! So it looks like we might. I don't know. There's probably some volatility here, right? We go from this peak here, which was like just about 3 o'clock, and here it's a little bit early. It's about 2:45. Uh, into like this halting of a bullish trend marked by a sharp decline. But what we should see is some sideways before the close. We should see a big, probably at the close. We should see a big move to the upside. Well, on a 1 day chart, anyways. And I would say before that move, what we'll see is sideways, or we should see some sideways rotation moving sideways, and then the big move higher, like right around the close. But this is nearly opportunity to open up a long for tomorrow. I probably wouldn't do that. I think there's a sharp drop here first thing in the morning on the 22nd. But anyways, if you were following along on the alerts, then you would have exited out of the long position here. You would have left a little bit on the table, but that's fine. The idea is to buy low, sell high, and we would have bought down here and sold up here. After making a pretty good gain by opening a short here and closing the short, I believe down here is where we advise either here or here, I forget. Either way, we made money going to the downside, we made money going to the upside. Here, where we're at right now might actually be yeah, when we close the long, that's probably where, if we were going to do an overnight short, that's where it would have been a good place to do it. But you can also in the morning, like first thing in the morning tomorrow, open up a short and close that short after a decline, increasing with momentum into like 10, 11 o'clock, where we start doing sideways rotation along key support on a multi-day scale. That's where I would exit out. So it's a quick day trade there. You could also open up a long when you close that short for another day trade. Close that long, probably be in like the 2 to 3 o'clock hour around highs. Hey Craig Andrus, welcome. Hey just Chevy Tubbs. Updated Kadena video. I mean, I can, but like I'm so backed up, dude. You know, I'm so backed up that that'll come out like months from now. There's nothing I can do about it. I just have so many people that order readings, and I have to take care of the paid versions. The paid, people ordering. They're paying for an order. They're paying for a custom reading. I have to take care of that reading before I get into free readings. So I doubtful that I'll be able to do that before the end of the year, because now we're going into like the crunch time at the end of the year when everything gets really busy. If somebody orders Kadena, then there's more info, I'll be forced to do it. I can take a look at it today, though. All right, next. So we're doing Bitcoin, NVDA, Google, Tesla, and then we'll take a look at KDA and XRP if there's time there. Yeah, so this is clearly off the table. This was but I still feel pretty strongly about this one down here. I'm not going to get them all right, especially during retrograde. But this move here, this is this move to the upside, increasing with momentum moving forward in time. But tomorrow morning, there should be a peak that we sell off from, pretty notably. So I'm gonna have to move this though. I think better off up here. Hey, it was luck. So if you're just hopping on, guys, we did SPY. We just talked about Bitcoin. We're gonna do NVDA, Google, Tesla, Cadena, and XRP if we've got time to get to those. This is interesting because it's a little bit contrary to what a lot of the other readings look like they're going to do at the end of the month. But this clearly didn't end up being a low. It's a little interesting. What we should see though is this decline here taking us into a higher price level. So, tomorrow should be bearish. So I mean, if you've got profits, if you opened up on what were we talking about here in the Discord? Well, we had somebody who got into like a long position, but all of my alerts for NVIDIA are talking short. And I think that's probably what your best bet is to get into a short here or close a long, get into a short here, unless you're holding long into highs here. But it's a little risky because it's kind of contrary to the rest of the readings, and this reading's not my most accurate for August. I mean, on the short term, you want to be short NVIDIA. On the long term, you want to be long NVIDIA. And by that, I mean like short term, next couple of days. Long term, I'm talking like next week. Apple and TSM Thursday and Friday. So Apple tomorrow looks like it sells off from a crest like a lot of the other things. And then there's like, it's probably like back and forth reversals on Friday, it looks like, for Apple. As far as TSM, overall, it's to the downside, offering opportunity to open up a long position on a multi-day scale. But like, it's interesting because tomorrow looks bullish mostly, and then Friday it starts bullish and turns bearish. So it might be that there's like some gaps down or something like that. All right, so that's NVIDIA. Next on the list, we got Google. And if you think I skipped you, I didn't skip you. We'll come back to you. So I had the possibility of a high and a low taking place on the 21st, 22nd, but obviously it looks like it's probably a high tomorrow. Maybe not. Maybe not. Let me see. This is doing kind of like a similar thing where it starts out bullish, turns bearish, kind of back and forth wild stuff on Friday, and then it looks like we go bullish some more towards the end of the middle part of the week. Next up, Tesla. Yeah, this one really looks like it's got a swing in there. This one definitely looks bearish. This is on track for expectations. Well, maybe not this one, like similar to the SPY, but the next one I think we're probably on track for. I wonder if we fill that gap next week on like Thursday. Let's see. Yeah, it looks like it fills that gap on Thursday. Maybe Wednesday. Hard to say. Hard to say. I'm very hesitant to change my expectation here because we're coming right up on, like, it's getting more and more erratic as we move forward. Ooh, and then I just got a clairvoyant. All right, I'm gonna leave this one alone for today. We'll come back to it tomorrow and look at it. Sorry, guys. Not always the clearest. All right, so we're taking a look at Kadena. If we do move back to highs here, or close to highs here in the last minutes of the day, I would say use that as an opportunity to open up a short for a swing trade. But do like a partial and add to it in the morning, or just wait for tomorrow morning, which is a safer bet. But this orange correlation indicates that we should come back to this. It might be indicating that we come back to it here at the close. Hard to say. Yeah, I would probably wait till tomorrow to open up the short right at the open. But if you were following our alerts today, you should have made money going up. You should have made money going down. We have a 7-day free trial on our alerts, guys. If you're interested in that, you go to our website, Tarot for Traders. Under order now, click on subscriptions. Click here to order Discord alerts. There's $75 for a month for stock and index, or for crypto, or $125 for both. Guys, you're not going to be able to order these by themselves come some point in September. So if you really want to do that, highly recommend it. We might even do something different, but they're going to get packaged. They're going to get bundled. And then don't forget about this coupon code, $250 off $1,000. What the heck? Oh. So we had those highs in March, April, lows in August. This is on point. So there should likely be another high in September. I'm seeing that in a lot of things. This strength card here, where did it go? The strength card here indicating a move starting out of a decline from the bottom of a range all the way to the top of a range. So that bodes well for seeing a high there. This is also, there's a big move into this peak. Even if it's not a high, it'll be a big peak. After this low in August, Kadena doesn't look that bad for the remainder of the year. Let's see what it looks like on the multi-year. Guys, you can order this multi-year reading for any ticker or crypto. It's one of our newer products, one of our less expensive products. with the multi-year reading, you have to keep in mind these cards are representing about, using ESO meta-analysis, these timeline cards are representing about 1 year of time, but not each card's energy will necessarily line up perfectly with 1 year of time, so you do have to give it a wiggle room sometimes. That's XRP. Where did my Kadena go? Seriously? This indicates that something happens. Kadena ends up failing before 2029. At some point in 2027 or 2028, it fails. But there should be a pretty big move in 2025 to the upside before that. And you would get the link, the link to this live updated Kadena chart you would get through the Total Access subscription, which is our top level subscription. Gives you access to our 1 year chart alerts. It's also on sale half price right now. $500 off a month. It's $500. It's 50% off a month for the lifetime of the subscription. So these levels are probably a good place to open. We might revisit them in October. It's possible based on this Queen of Discs and a low October significator position. But I would say at these price levels, you could start buying, like if you wanted to buy a little bit, like a partial long position for a multi-month swing trade into next year, you could probably do that. Or you could probably close out of it in November as well. But holding it into next year is probably more advisable. Clarification on US oak forecast. Was bullish until those dates. I believe that's what it was. Let me look. Oh, maybe let me open up the USO again. Oh, that's the multi-year. Look, with the Total Access subscription, look at all these 2025s that are already done, guys. These are all 2025 1-year readings that are either completed. The majority of them are completed. There's a few, maybe like 5 of them that are in the works. That's a lot of 2025s. You get all of the paid versions of that with our total access subscription, which is the top level on sale right now, 50% off. USO. I gotta do a USO for 2025. No, it was commence. I think it was commence going bullish. Well, it's really weird chart. I'm just gonna do that over for you. You're killing me with this, Carolyn. I hate repeating myself. It's also bad for the prediction. The more times you go over the same prediction, the more times you're like giving opportunity to like muddle the manifestation. It really aggravates me going over this stuff. But yeah, it should be to the upside. Like I'm not getting anything clear right now, Carolyn. We'll try it again another time. But you should just like ask it properly the first time so there's no miscommunication. Oh my god, I was muted that whole time. I'm so sorry, guys. So Google was, it looks like it opens higher. Good old Mercury retrograde. I mean, that's so retrograde-y. And then as far as what I was saying, guys, is use this move to the upside in the last few minutes to open up like 25% of a short position. If you want to, because we might have a drop overnight. But if we don't have the drop overnight, we'll have opportunity first thing in the morning to open up a short position. So you would open up the 75% remaining of the position at that time. NVDA, I have a question about holding NVDA call options. Is it better to close them tomorrow or reopen them on Friday? Or better to hold for next week as I haven't sold at today's high? It's really kind of mixed. So that's why I think some people are getting confused about it because it is pretty mixed. You could play both directions based on where we are with NVIDIA right now, and I'll explain in more detail in just a sec. Let me get to that chart. So this is another one that looks really toppy. I mean, it's a good question. Really, I would be short near term and long like into next week. So short like the next couple of days, long into next week. So you could really hold it, or you could close out of it. If you've got a profit, take the profit and just wait for the 23rd and get into another long position there. Hey AU, do I still expect a sharp drop in Bitcoin today as we now rally pretty hard due to Fed minutes release? Let's take a look. Where is my Bitcoin? Yeah, I think tomorrow will be mostly bearish. Tomorrow, or sorry, the 23rd will be mostly bearish. Tomorrow's a little unclear, but there should be a trough. So I think probably, matter of fact, it's the 21st. This probably goes to here. Because we got this peak, but we should have a sharp drop off of that peak into the 24th. All right, my friends, I'm gonna roll with that. If you like this, if you like these live feeds, guys, do the channel a solid. Sign up for the membership on YouTube. It's $50 a month. Gets you a star next to your name. Gets you priority response. If you notice, I was coming back to everybody's except for it was luck, because it was luck pays for priority response. But most importantly, make sure to follow that rule of karma, guys. Channel's really counting on people to come through with that rule of karma. So make sure you do it. Otherwise, the channel will be in trouble. Much love and appreciation to everybody that does that. Blessings to all my angel investors.